Hey, people, it's your boy Chef Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Bar. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Know it alls. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, also known as Arlie Wood, also known as and your boy Naughty. You might call him Enrique. You might call him Naughty Dread. But whatever you do, don't call him late because he is in the same suit, just reheated. That's what he say every week.
You already know.
And welcome to the No Show. I know you want to say, why y'all call the No Show? Why y'all call that? Well, Nadia and I were sitting around talking. Let me stop doing this because Doug always plays with the mic. Let me hold it like this. I'm going to hold it like this.
Yeah, okay, that's how you got to hold it.
Got to hold it. We decided we were coming to you late at night or in the afternoon so that the people could not come for us. Second, we were talking, and Naughty tends to be very controversial on the Two Live Stew show. And then I'm always like, I don't even believe he just said that. And we were talking one day after the show, and we always ended up afterwards together. And we were like, why don't we do a show? Because nobody would expect us to do a show together. So here it is, people. Welcome. And we came up with the No Show because we're like, it could be a double entendre, like we on our Jay-Z. No, as in it ain't a show. And then no, because we be knowing.
Right. We think we be knowing in the way.
We think we be knowing. So what's up? So what we're going to call you is the know-it-alls, because guess what? Before you leave, you're going to be edutained. So you're going to know some stuff.
Yes.
You're going to know more than we know. And then you're going to come back and tell us what you know. And then we're going to share it with the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Naughty.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, you've been doing a lot of traveling. A lot of moving around.
Hey, I stay moving and shaking.
I know.
Moving and shaking. I don't like it.
Every time I hit you up, you on the road somewhere.
Or if people text me, my automatic to keep me from texting driving, it shows up. Arlie is driving, and it has like the little XOXO because I want you to know I still love you. I just cannot answer you at the moment because I don't want to go to jail or die. But I still text and drive, but not in places where it's illegal.
No, it should be illegal everywhere. You know, it ain't safe to text and drive. So
it ain't safe.
So if you got a text, just pull on over
I
and,
know,
and,
but
and
it's
handle that
always.
little business.
Let me tell you what bothers me about, I'm very appreciative of technology. I love technology.
Right.
We all use it. But what I don't appreciate is that now that everybody knows you have the technology, they are constantly expecting you to like be on, back in the day, if people called you and you ain't answer, guess what? You just didn't answer. But now because they know you have a cell phone, and they got text messaging, they know you have all these things, they be wanting your instant response. And I, being a Pisces, want to give people what they want. Therefore, they get this instant response. Hence why we text and drive. So that's why I put that message on there, because it won't even alert me that you hit me.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
I don't have common sense enough to know.
You
Don't do
got
that.
the technology to have when you're not able to text or answer the phone, it'll automatically send a message out that says, I'm doing such and such. I'll hit you right back.
Yes.
And that should suffice. If people don't care about your safety, then
Yeah.
them ain't people you need to be concerned with getting
Yes.
in touch with anyway.
That's very true, Naughty. So what do you have going on? It's Wednesday. It's a hump day. What's up?
Well, I've been doing a lot of talking about big women tonight.
I missed that part. Somehow my
You know,
phone disconnected. And when I get back to the chat, I was like, who's 240
right,
pounds? And why are we talking about WAP? How did we get here?
right. Somehow,
How?
somehow on these platforms, I always talk about my past experience with all these different types of women, whether they white women or they big women, whatever the case may be. So
You and Doug, which y'all, Doug and the midgets, that's like now his thing, which he probably never said anything about midgets. But guess what? That is like a joke anytime we start talking about women. And now,
right,
if you don't want a black woman, and now you're going to have big girls, go
right,
big girl. What you going to do? Go. Hey, everybody needs love.
right. It's not that I'm into big girls. I had a big girl once. She was real cool. Now we never was boyfriend girlfriend because she was big. So I didn't want to, even though she was nice, she was cool, she took care of me, and all that, she was big, and I was young at the time, and I was like, I can't have no big girl being my girl like that. So,
She was
but
big.
yeah,
Naughty. So wait a minute, which is making me think about this episode. I used to watch the game, and the one that played Malik, he was dating the girl who was like I think she was supposed to be what is it called? She was a reporter. How can you think of that? Arlie, help you. It's night. But anyway, she was supposed to be a reporter. On the show, she was a reporter, and yeah, he was hiding her and was just in love with her, but just would not go public with her, and that turned into an issue. So yeah, everybody, I mean, it's some people that don't, I mean, everybody like what they like, and people don't like what they don't like. And I think I sound real profound right now, but
yeah. No, it's true. I mean, I did learn to realize that the most important thing for myself in a relationship is just if she's kind.
mm,
She's a nice woman. You know, you got a lot
mm,
of beautiful women. Every woman is beautiful in their own way, but if the insides are not beautiful, then it ain't gonna work out anyway.
that's
So,
true. But I'm
you
still
know,
very shallow, so I'm not gonna be able to see, dude. Men always tell you, they're like, how I'm gonna get to know she's smart, or how I'm gonna get to know she nice on the inside if I can't get past the exterior. So like, how do you? I don't
well,
know.
it's hard if you're in a microwave society and everything has to be instant. A lot of times you just got to hang around a person for a while. If you hang around them and you notice their personality, you're like, that person is real cool. It's amazing how a woman who's not so attractive, if you get to know her, how she starts to look better and better based on her personality. And how you got women that are beautiful, and if she got an
Yes.
ugly personality, after a while you be like, she's not that attractive no more.
Nope. My mama
So
used to always say that when I was a little girl. She was like, if you're pretty on the outside and ugly on the inside, it makes you an
right,
ugly person, and vice
right,
versa. So I grew up with that, always trying to make sure you cultivate your insides. That's what's important.
right.
Now, dudes be trying to get in your insides that you done cultivated, but that's a
Correct.
whole nother story.
Correct. See, that's me. That's one of the mistakes I've made in the past. You know, I jumped the gun too fast. I meet her and I go ahead and smash her, and then next
Nah,
thing I
don't.
know, I'm
You done
like,
messed
oh
up.
man, this was a mistake. She ain't got the
Whoops.
personality that's gonna make this work out. So then I end up leaving, and
And she
it
mad
is
because
what
she
it
in
is.
love, and now you got to fight.
Right,
Well,
right, right. Or I done got her pregnant or something, and
we went for that went that is, as I said, that escalated quickly. Y'all,
right,
know-it-alls. Our show will be based on real truth. Nadi always talks about, I just speak the truth. I speak the
right,
truth. And I want to say that we will have segments. One of them is, something that people say I do a lot of, doing too much. Like Nadi mentioned, I'm traveling. We're going to have some segments where we teach you some stuff. Now, it was going to be called NIGGA Need to Know, but it's a Negro Needs to Know, because we want
correct.
to, make sure that we're not offensive, and that the YouTube police don't come and get us and take us to YouTube jail. We don't want
Right,
to go.
right.
And there'll be other wonderful segments that you can enjoy. And so just come and visit the the
Right.
No Show. Like,
Well,
come.
let's run this first segment right now.
Let's run it, pimping. I want to tell y'all something. First of all, it's my first time getting a chance to see a lot of the things. That is me doing too much. Now, while I don't have a little baby, I'm always holding something. Everything is on fire. So just know. So typically doing too much is somebody else, not me. So I want y'all to tell y'all who is doing too much out there in the world right now. J.D. Vance. He doing too much. Today I was, looking for information and just checking out some things and trying to figure out who was gonna be the donkey doing too much. And this JD Vance. He is on the tarmac as the vice president's plane is trying to leave, and he trying to like roll up on her like it's some WWE kind of stuff. And his messaging for the last 2 days has been to the media: why she won't answer y'all questions, why she won't talk to y'all. We answer all y'all's hard questions. And so then my mind goes back to every conversation that I've ever seen Trump have, where you ask him, so do you like rain? Oh, I make the rain. I'm like, he goes somewhere else with the story. And I want to tell you, they took the rain from you people. And like, he never asked me. He never answered if he liked it. He just went
Right.
far with the story. So JD Vance goes into that tirade. He's talking about, yeah, well, that's my plan. I'm gonna be riding that plane in a couple of months. But anyway, he gets the donkey moment. I can't call it donkey today because if somebody else uses it, I don't know what you get when you're doing too much. But he's doing just too much. It's like they're trying to find something, and the rest of the world just wants joy. I never liked wrestling. When I was a little girl in the country, we had 3 stations, and one of them played wrestling all day long. So I had no choice but to watch it, because the other 2 were probably like westerns, and I don't know what the other one was doing. Who knows? But the wrestling, right? The wrestling, the news, and the whatever else was going on. All I can say is I got sick of wrestling because I thought it was fake. I just couldn't imagine how you done jumped up on top of this thing and then you DDT somebody.
Right.
When I would fall outside, I would have scratches. I have marks.
They get hurt.
Oh, my brother
Wrestling is
dated a
real.
girl that was with the WWE, and she was talking about how she wasn't able to wrestle at that point, but it's different. And
Correct.
so I feel like the people that's doing too much right now, so many of us just want, I agree. I feel like we should be able to have normal discourse. We should argue. We can argue, Nadi. You and I are not going to agree on everything. But that don't mean I got to start like threatening you and trying to come. I mean, sometimes I do, though. I'm just going to say I get real, real mad. But I'm trying to work on those things. So we're going to try to make sure it doesn't happen on the show. But not to this level. It's like y'all representing the whole world. And this is what we talking about. Can we talk about why my eggs and cheese cost $4 million? That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want y'all to figure out for me.
Right.
Why is butter $8? That's what I want. I don't want to know. I don't care if she don't answer none of these people questions. And I know she's answering them. You ain't answering no question. So they're doing too much. What is your take on like politics right now? I'm scared, but go.
Well, I mean, it is a WWE. It's professional wrestling at its finest. They do everything. They have their shoots, meaning they get in at the podium, they talk to the fans, they talk trash, they tell this person, I'm gonna beat you and you ain't nothing. And are you really black? I don't know if you really black.
Turned. How do you
Right.
turn black?
Right.
I'm still trying to figure
And
that one out.
he's a racist, he's this, he's that. So this is part of it. Mudslinging is what they call it. It's been part of the politic game since I can remember.
Politics.
Right,
It
right.
was never. I don't think it's ever been this bad. I've lived through a couple of presidencies, and I've just never seen this level.
Well, it's heightened them because we got the internet, we got social media, so you can go a lot of different places to see the mudslinging, where it used to be kind of controlled. And even with the campaigns, it wouldn't be all mudslinging. You might have one um commercial or so where they do some mudslinging, but the other commercials were telling you what are we gonna do
Facts.
to fix the situation. This is what I propose that we're gonna do. I'm concerned about healthcare, or I'm concerned about getting the drugs out of the community, or whatever it be. And right now, I don't really see. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some, but definitely in the case of Donald Trump, you rarely hear about the issues that he's planning to fix with what's going on in our country. And I would say the same thing about the other candidate too, Ms. Harris. Like the things that I'm concerned about are not being addressed, but also the things that I'm concerned about. It seems like where we are in America, I'm old school, so to say. When you talk
What do
about
you mean?
well, when you talk about things such as Roe versus Wade, when you talk about things such as gender equality and that type of thing, and allowing young boys to become young girls at an early age,
Oh, I don't agree with that either.
right? When you talk about this being progressive, when you talk about
But I think they
allowing
use it as a
transvestites to compete with women or to use the same restrooms as women, like I have issues with it, but it seems like I don't think I'm in a minority,
but
but
everybody else is scared to say it.
everybody else is afraid to
Yeah.
say it. Like you say things like what I say, and people are afraid you might get counseled. But I always
Yeah.
tell them you only can counsel somebody who worked for somebody. When you don't work for nobody, you can't get counseled unless you
Yeah.
get locked up or killed.
I think it's well, yeah. I think it's the way in which it's said. Like there are people who disagree with me. I don't want I as a female, I don't want to run against you like in a foot race because I feel like you now it's nice if I can beat you. There are some guys I
Right.
would beat. But
All
if
right.
we
Right.
going for the gold or the Olympics, I think it needs to be on an equal footing. That's why they don't let you they don't let you like take drugs or boost your do steroids, testosterone, any of that stuff because they're trying to make it
Right.
equitable.
Right.
So I agree with you. There are things, and it's funny. Me and some friends were talking. There are some things in the conservative space because I would consider myself a conservative. However, I do not feel like the way they enforce or the way they manage it is because ain't none of this stuff they're doing for me, for my people that look like
Correct.
me. All this stuff they making up is for them people that look like this.
I
So
mean,
it's do gay white men want to have the freedom to do what they want to? Because they didn't make that rule for
Right.
gay black men to go do nothing.
Right.
They still want you to stay over there.
I mean, but you
But
let the media tell it. Most of the homosexuals are black males.
well, I will say this, and I'm very disappointed in a lot of my creators. It's like they just gonna force it down our throats. They putting it in all of the TV shows for like little young children, and the
Right.
person who is not heterosexual is always the superhero. Like they always the one who saved the day. They beat everybody down. They had the right words to say. And I feel like it's purposeful messaging, just like they show black men always robbing, killing, stealing. It's
Right.
purposeful messaging. And after a while, that's what we all gonna believe. People started to believe that the Indians were somewhere scalping everybody whenever because they put it in every movie. They made
Correct.
it. And the media has a lot of power, and I don't think they use their power wisely. But I know that it's up to people like us who speak truth to power. But like that's not what we're doing, y'all. Come on,
Well,
that's not right.
I would say they use their power wisely based on their agenda. You know, the problem is they are conquerors, and a lot of times we are victims, and we play victim, and we got to stop playing victim all the time. At some point, we got to have a conqueror's mentality and stop whining about stuff and going out and make a change about the stuff that we want to see changed.
But Nadi, when you don't own anything, it's hard to do that. Like I think about Byron Allen,
agree.
who owns a lot
I
of
agree.
media stuff, and I think he's trying to do a lot of that, but he stays in a lawsuit with somebody because they keep coming for him because they don't want him to have that kind of power. I personally, and I'm gonna put this out there, I personally believe that Prince, Michael Jackson, were murdered. Not they didn't die from Prince was never doing no drugs. All of a sudden he died from a drug overdose. Come on, y'all. Michael Jackson, I know he was taking the propofol, but he had just gotten them Beatles catalog and they didn't want you to have them people's stuff. Prince
Correct.
had fought for years to get his stuff. He gets it back. Now we just gonna die. And he, of all people, who was big on, having your business in order, didn't have a will. Come on, y'all. Some ain't right.
Right.
Some stuff y'all will go, oh, okay then. But most of the stuff be like, nah. I believe Scandal is a real show. Like it's not just a show, it's a really happening.
I mean, we got a lot of this stuff happening. I mean, you see the stuff that happened to Bill Cosby. You see that. I mean, I can go on, and then what happens is when they start reporting on this stuff, it be our own people who start condemning them. Saying, "Oh, look what Bill did. Oh, look what Michael Jackson did. Look what this other person did." When you don't even understand the scheming that's going on behind the scenes and how they just pushing this out to us and making us go against our own. When we really should be supporting them. And then it always comes out like with Bill Cosby. Oh, like it never made no sense to me from the beginning. But when they let him out, oh, we didn't try him right. The evidence went where it needed to be. Yeah, either you done took everything he had, either you done found out he had oil under his house, and you done got him to sell the house so you can come get the oil. Yeah, now everything all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, right. I think, and I don't want us to go too dark down the rabbit hole because we will go there, but just know, people, we paying close attention to stuff, and JD Vance is doing too damn much. That's all I got to say. Naughty, what's up? What do people need to know? What do people need to know, Naughty?
It's gonna be some music behind this in the future.
It's gonna be some music. Ooh.
Yeah, but part of edutainment, people gotta know one of the things it said was know your rights. And I think a lot of times, definitely young people and even older people, we don't even really know our rights to the fullest extent. A lot of times we learn our rights by being in jail. You go to jail enough times.
Don't learn them then.
You start hearing other people's cases and they start talking to you. You got those legal prisoners or whatever, and then you start learning the law. Oh, they can't do this. Oh, they can do this and they can't do this. But
may I say this? I ain't never been to jail. I'm not planning to go, so I don't know who learns what in the jail place. But I had one friend who went in there one time. She had a DUI, and the funniest thing, when you see her mugshot, it's not funny, but she was like, because we have natural hair. For those of us with natural hair, and they make you wash it with that stuff, they don't have no good conditioner. And she's like, I had this fro, and this is her picture. She's like, she was so sad because she's like, my hair, and they just not worried about the fact that she's going to jail, but her hair was a mess in her mugshot. So, the things that we think about. But yes, the things we need to know.
Yeah, first thing, we need to know the First Amendment, which was adopted in 1791. You got your freedom of religion. Congress cannot establish a religion or prohibit the free exercise of religion. You got freedom of speech. You're supposed to be able to say whatever you want to say whenever you want to say it. Now, in the business world, it don't mean that you can't get fired, but you can't get locked up over having an opinion and you saying what you want to say. You got freedom of press. Congress cannot abridge the freedom of press. The press is protected to promote and protect free speech, including public's interest in receiving information. You got the freedom of assembly, the right for people to assemble peacefully. I mean, that don't mean you can go burn buildings down and do all this loom, but you can rally in the crowd peacefully, and the right to petition, the right of people to petition the government for redress, which means to make things right, of grievances, is guaranteed. So
let me tell y'all something. To the know-it-alls, let me tell you something. Child, when I was in law school and we had I took constitutional law, and my mic gonna be doing crazy stuff. It just keeps sliding. Oh, don't slide. Right. Okay, anyway. Pause. We had to take constitutional law, and that was like my least favorite of all the law school classes, because I'm gonna tell you, the Constitution is a complicated thing. And even though it has those words, and it was never created for anybody but a rich white man. Correct. And so right to speak, there are so many, like free speech, there are so many caveats to that free speech that, you know, and I told you earlier I was going to pull out my law school stuff, and I was like, I can't even, my brain, I got PTSD. But, you know, I want to tell our know-it-alls that there are, you know, a lot of little parts. Like I remember taking criminal law and just being like, every day the professor would ask us, well, can you, you know, when you search and seizure and all those kind of things, and you're like, but I thought it said, and she's like, there are so many little pieces in there that give them the right to take away the right that they just gave you. It's unreal. So free speech does have a whole bunch of little caveats in it for things you can't. It's like a litmus test that you give to determine if you have violated somebody's free speech or the right that you cannot say. It's some stuff you cannot say. Like it can't be offensive in a way. Like a certain way that they use the word offensive in there, and some other things. And it's really interesting how you sitting there going, for real? I thought you said I could just say whatever I want. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Well,
Because it can be used as an assault. Sometimes
Right.
what you say can be actual words, can be assault. You ain't got to physically touch nobody. You could assault them in a way with words. And that's free speech. You thought you could say what you wanted. Be very careful.
That's consequences. You definitely have consequences behind what you say at times. So that's, you know, you always got to be mindful of that. But I think freedom of speech more goes against the freedom to have an opinion that you would like to have, you know, no matter what that opinion is. As long as you can articulate it properly, then, you know, you should be okay. But once again, you know how it go. They make laws, and then when we start to play well with those laws, they go and change the rules.
Oh, every time.
So
Every time.
but it's to give us a base, you know, the First Amendment, and hopefully we can cover more going forward. Just different
Absolutely.
things, and have different things that we know that we need to know as Black people, you know, and white people too, but as particularly Black people, to make sure that, you know, we on the up and up, and we remain A1 at all times, because life is fragile and our freedom is always on the brink. You know,
Every single time.
you can be
They
out
come.
one minute, and the next minute you can be behind bars. So, you know, you want to be careful out here in these streets.
Yep. Y'all be careful out there in those streets. These people be trying to get y'all. You know what I'm saying, folks? That's my Atlanta.
Right. You know,
I
you
like
gotta
my
watch
Atlanta.
out for these folk, man.
These folk, they be coming for you, folk. I'm just saying, y'all. But yes, there are going to be more opportunities for us to talk about it, and our, you know, people to call in and tell us of the subject matter
Right.
that you want us to investigate for you, or tell you about, or explain to the people. And it doesn't have to be serious stuff either. Please, if it's something you need to know, like how I give head. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
going to
that's
get
a good thing the you know, women need to know. You know, everybody ain't good at it.
What a
The Hawk Tour
what a-
girl, apparently she's a PhD at it. So, you know, she might, I might need to bring her in as a guest. You
we
know,
need experts.
get her on a Negro need to know.
Right.
You know?
And Nadi, if you had to bring her in then, and she needs to, like, we got to prove that she knows what she's talking about. I mean, you here, you can
I
let
mean,
us
you know, once again, we trying to stay on. we trying
we
to stay on.
Stay on them. Some of the stuff that you see posted, child, these people ain't thinking about staying on, and they on there. What the hell?
Yeah, but definitely, I mean, you know, people gotta stay tuned. You know, look out for us on what we're gonna do Wednesdays around 5
They're gonna do
o'clock.
Wednesdays, the no live at 5.
Right.
That's what we think.
So-
What y'all think?
Right on your ride home. You know, tune in, or if you're at the house already. And also, like you said, we really want to start to get people on the show with us, like the callers. We want to get the chat. We want y'all to be involved in the show. So we have ways of allowing y'all to come in on the show. So just stay tuned to the instructions and be a part of the No Show with us.
Be a part of the No Show with us, because we got some stuff to be a part of.
Correct. I mean, I think we got some, you know, we got some good going. Too.
Drop that beat, shouting. See, I'm a dancer, so that's always gonna make me
You're a
move.
dancer?
With-
You know, I used to be a
Not that kind of
freestyle
dancer.
legend back in the day.
Oh, get that beat,
Yeah.
Natty. Go,
Oh, Oh, it's the no show. That's a no go. I let her do that thing with the GoPro. She popped it. I stopped it. Oh, let me stop it before we not.
Before we go too far, and
Right.
we're gonna be stars.
Right.
Well, Nadi, it has been a pleasure to chit chat with you on the No Show. I hope that everybody continues to join in and tell us what they need to know, because we don't know nothing, and yet we know it all.
Right. Till next time,
Peace.
I'll let you.
You don't know what you don't know.